friends, welcome back to another day of Vlogtober. If you're new here, I'm Shawon, and in today's video, I am sharing with you I'm working to get back organized. The other day, I was in the studio getting my office organized, and today I am working on getting my social media system all organized again. I kind of feel like it is kind of all over the place right now, a bit. But one of the things that I rely on in my business are systems and processes. So even for times like these, when things are kind of everywhere, literally, I know that I have my system to rely on, and all that it takes is for me to take a pause and to get organized again. So that's exactly what I'm doing today. And I'm going to share my screen with you in a bit just to show you the system that I use to help keep everything together. And primarily I use Google Drive. So I'll start my month out with an overall plan of what I want to accomplish. And then week by week is the strategy to execute that plan. So each week I know exactly what content I'm going to be sharing or repurposing to help, just keep me organized and knowing what I'm doing. And after I have my plan all written out, I will then go over into Google Drive and start just going week by week. And inside of Google Drive, I have my content strategy based around or set up in folders. So the first folder is labeling each quarter, and then within that folder will be the plan for that month of that quarter, as well as each week within that month. So a few folders that I'll set up in Google Drive. It sounds a bit much, but I'm going to show you in a second. And then the other tool that I use to really keep things organized and so that I can visually see, I'm a very visual person, so it helps me to see week by week exactly what I'm doing, and it helps me to see it on a calendar, and that tool is Asana. So what I'm doing today is going back through my Google Drive folder for a few months where I need to plug things over into Asana. So, and the reason I do that, and I'll get to that in a second. So how about I start sharing my screen? And if you haven't already, I know I'm well into the video, but if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna turn the camera around or jump onto Loom today and show you my screen and exactly my process and what I do. I hope that you find some value in this. And yeah, I mean, as a small business owner, I know I was supposed to stop chatting and go to the video. So let me do that. Let me go over to Loom, and then I'll keep chatting a bit too. So here we are inside of Google Drive, and this is where I try to keep everything as organized as possible. So I am currently inside of my quarter 3 folder. So for each quarter, I will have a folder for that quarter. So currently we are in the quarter 3 folder, and within that folder, I will also include folders for each month of that quarter. This really helps me to keep things organized. So if I ever need to go back and refer to, what was my plan for, whatever month, July, August, or September, I can go to that folder really quickly and see what my plan was, or see if I could use any ideas for the current month or for the current quarter. So I keep everything organized here, and I start my plan for each month, by just writing out for the month each week, what will the goal for that week be? And then based on that goal, I will begin to write out what captions or what social media posts I'll be writing for each day during that week. So we're going to go into the July folder, and let's take a look at the first week here, the week of July 1st through 9th. And here are the captions that I wrote down. And ideally, it would be great when I can sit and batch work and complete an entire week or 2 weeks at a time worth of social media captions. It really saves so much time. to be able to do that. So doing that, I'll sit down, I'll go back to refer to my content plan to see what my goal was for the week and start working on those captions for each day. So, also, as I'm writing out my captions, I will include hashtags, and those would be specifically for Instagram. And I would just go through each day and write out that post. And this makes it so much easier when it's time for me to, not have to look at a blinking cursor. I've already pre-written my captions and they're ready to go. It saves a lot of time. So, gosh, I love being able to do this. And this is something I've been working on today, which prompted me to have this video for today. But I'll go through and I'll sit down and write through everything. Now, in an ideal world, best situation, my next step after I have everything written up, then I will go ahead and copy and paste things into Asana, which we're going to go to in a second. And I'm going to tell you why I take that extra step. I could leave everything here in Google Drive. And there are some times, like I'm in that position right now, where I'm getting things back organized again, where I'm just like, okay, I just need to get these captions written. I'm going to skip step 2, and then I'll just copy and paste and go ahead and just put everything into my social media scheduler. And then I'll have to go back and backtrack. But I'm going to show you why in a second. But ideally, I sit down, write all my captions out, copy and paste them into Asana, and then put them in my scheduling tool. All right, so now let's go over to Asana. Okay, so now we are inside of Asana. If you're not familiar with Asana, it's basically a project management tool that you can use for various purposes in your business. And for me, one of the ways that I use Asana is to manage my social media content. In the past, I have used Trello boards, which, as I've mentioned, I'm a very visual person. And I just like to see things organized, and I like to see them in calendar mode. And yeah, I just like to see things visually. So I do still use Trello just because I have a lot of old content there that I can refer back to. But in my day to day and planning social media now, I do use Asana primarily. So here we are inside of Asana. I'm currently on my 2022 social media content board. And as you can see here, I have each month. So we have August. I have them in descending order here. So August going all the way back to January. So what I'll do is once I've gotten everything typed up in Google Drive for my social media captions, I know exactly what I'm going to write. I will then come over here into Asana and plug in that content and also add it to that board. So I'm basically just copying and pasting it into this task card here. And then I'm also including that text as well, copying and pasting it right into the description. Now, another thing that I like that I see that I didn't do on this post, so let me go to this one. All right, so here is, I just clicked on another task card here inside of Asana, and this is an August post. So once again, I just copy and paste that text or that copy over from Google Drive right here into Asana. And what I'm able to do is, and one of the reasons why I love using this in conjunction with Google Drive is that I can now add everything to my content calendar, which I'll show you in a second. I can also tag this caption so I'll know that I shared it on Instagram and on Facebook. And then I also have the due date or the date that I know that I'm going to be posting this particular caption. So if I click on my content calendar, let's go here, and I'm still plugging things in. So I'm going to scroll up to, this is June. All right, let's maybe go to June since it has a few more things plugged in. But what I'm able to do is once I add that tag and I add it to this content calendar, I can visually see everything that's going on, the content that I'm sharing. I also have a YouTube board so I can see what's going on there. But it really helps me to keep everything organized. And then the yellow tags are, I think these tags are for my Instagram, yes. And then the pink tags are tagged as IG Reels. And let's see, red is always YouTube. So as you can see, just based on those tags that I'm able to categorize the content that I'm sharing so that I can see, exactly what I'm sharing, where it's landing. And it also helps me to be able to repurpose content too because I'm able to tag it. So I hope that you can see some of the advantages and some of the reasons why I like to first do everything in Google Drive, then plug it into Asana, this project management tool that I can visually see everything. And you might be a solopreneur. Right now, I am managing my own social media content and repurposing and scheduling and all of that good stuff. But having this system definitely helps me to keep things organized. And even in those moments like today, where I'm having to, okay, let's pause a minute and let's get things back organized and plugged into your system. It seems like it may take a lot of time to do it, but I'm telling you, once you do it, oh my gosh, the flow is just incredible. So I hope that this quick tutorial or this quick walkthrough of my system, my process, is helpful to you. Another reason I'll tell you too why I love to use Asana as well is because say I'm sitting down to write my captions and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that I wrote something around about styling your brand photo shoot. So I'm going to go in the search bar and I'm just going to write here, styling your brand photo shoot. And you can see everything is populating here. And ta-da! It automatically brings up that task card, and here's the caption that I wrote. So if I want to write something similar or to use some of that copy again, present it in a different angle, it's all there and ready to go. So I don't have to recreate the wheel. That's another reason why I love using Asana. And maybe for you, it's not Asana, maybe Trello would work too. But I absolutely love Asana. And I will also mention that it is a free tool. You can upgrade your account. But for me right now and what I need, using it in this way has definitely been wonderful. So I have the free version and it does everything that I need it to do. All right, friends, I am going to dive back in and keep plugging through and getting myself back organized because as you can see, inside of Asana, my entire September month was flamed because I need to get everything plugged in. If you have any questions about this quick walkthrough of the system that I'm using, please leave me a comment below. I think I have recorded an Asana tutorial or I have a blog that I've written. If I can find those, I will definitely link them in the description box and hope that they will be helpful to you as well. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.